It's nice and cool. Hi, Tina. Tina. My friend Tina. Hi, Tina. Tina, Tina. Hi, Lee. Oh, Lee, I'm going to put you on my TV. I'm going to do it right now. Hi, Coffee Cake. Hi, Cindy. Magnetic North Adventures. Welcome, welcome. Coffee Cake emoji. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Hi, Princess. Oh, thank you. I hope you have an amazing day, too. Beautiful. Everyone's saying hi and good morning. Lee, I'm going to put you on TV right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Lisa. Lisa smiles a lot. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Sonal. Sonal's using emojis. Lee's using emojis. Thank you, guys. Hi, Sonal. Hi, buddy. I am very well. Thank you, Lee. Sonal says, good morning, coffee cake emoji. Legendary Princess using emojis, too. Thank you, Princess. All right, Lee, I'm putting your content on right now, and I'm running it under my vacation channel, Magnetic North Adventures. I'm running you under my vacation channel. I'm also playing the grind with Nicole under Daisy's dad. Anne, hello, Anne. Hey, girl, I was wondering about you. Hi, Anne, welcome. Good news as of 6 days ago, 350. All right, good. Well, I played you a whole day and a half a day last week, and I'm putting you on right now. And after you, I'm going to put Anne back on again. Oh, thank you too, Lee. Thank you. You guys are all so supportive. I'm supporting you guys too. Absolutely. From wonder, the sun goes under. Hi, Anne. Hey, what happened to you yesterday? You were in the trivia game, then you were gone. You've been running the playlist all night, Sonal. Thank you. Thanks. Whoops, Daisy. Hey. All right, I got Lee. You running. You're running right now. I got you going. Sonal's running every playlist. Thank you, Sonal. And says I had to give hubby attention or he was going to start wailing, and you don't want to hear a turd wail. No, I just thought maybe I did something wrong. I thought maybe I did or said something wrong. That's all. I'm glad you're okay. Magnetic North says, thank you, Sonal. Lisa says, good morning, Legendary Princess. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Wednesday. 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 Halfway through the week, you guys. June 18th, by the way. June 18th, 2025, 8:03. I was early today. I was early. And it says, hi, Lisa, Sono, Magnetic, and Cindy. Hey, welcome. Oh my God, did you guys see that great blue heron? There was a great blue heron. It was right, oh my God, it's flying down the canal. There was a great blue heron. Did you guys see it? I'm gonna try to see if I can highlight that. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, Lee, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Lee. That's so sweet of you. Oh, you're so kind. Cindy says it's 2:03 p.m. 2:03 in the afternoon. Well, good afternoon, Cindy. Good afternoon. Anne says no, apart from rigging the trivia. You're so fun. I love you, Anne. Thank you, Lee. Magnetic North Adventures. Thank you, guys. And if anybody can play Magnetic North Adventures content, playlist, live streams, videos, he's working on his WH2, you guys. Thank you. Sono says, hello, Cindy. Anne says, that's nice, Magnetic. Yes, thank you, Lee. That's so sweet. Hi, Handmade and Homegrown. Hey, Handmade and Homegrown, how are you? Darren's here. Hi, Darren. Good morning, Darren. Good morning. Anne says, hi, Darren. Sono says, when Lee gets monetized, I will be his first donator. Aw, Sono, thank you. Lee says, hi to Darren. Handmade Homegrown's a member for a month. We love you, Handmade Homegrown. Member for a month. We love you. Thank you so much for being members, you guys. Lee says, hi, Magnetic. Magnetic North says, hi, Handmade Homegrown. Dundee. Dundee's watching ads. Thank you, buddy. Dee's here. Dee says, good morning, everyone. Aloha from Hawaii. Aloha from Hawaii. Welcome, Dee. Welcome. Diamond Painting with Lizzie's here. She says, hello. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome, girl. Good morning. Good morning. Someone says, hello, Handmade and Homegrown. Magnetic North says, hi, MK Fishing. Oh, MK, our friend Dundee. Lee says, hi, Dee. Dee says, thumbs up. Handmade and Homegrown sent 10 membership. Oh, my goodness. Handmade, thank you. Cindy says, hi, Handmade. Coco Gal, Eric LaPointe. Goals for you, Shelly, California Dreaming, our friend Tori. Cliff, Gavin on the Go, Girl by the River. His and Hers Landscaping, and Angel Jenkins. Oh, bombastic. Oh, my God. Thank you. Handmade and Homegrown, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. 10 new members, you guys. 10 new members. Cindy says, hi, Handmade and Homegrown. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Handmade, thank you. Anne says, oh, I wrote and created and edited and loaded next week's Wednesday story. This time it's not a mystery, but a funny story. Oh, good, Anne. Your stories are fantastic, Anne. Oh, Shelly and Tori. Cindy says, hello, Darren. Handmade Homegrown, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Someone says, hello, Dundee. Cindy says, aloha, Dee. Magnetic North says, Handmade, bless you. Welcome, new members. Yes, welcome. And thank you so much. Handmade Homegrown. Check out my friends, Handmade Homegrown, you guys. They also just started receiving memberships. Yes. And they're lovely people. Someone says hello to Dee. Cindy says, hey, Lizzie. Dundee says, hi there, Kelster. Hi, Dundee. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Lizzie says hello to Cindy. Dee from Hawaii says, hi, Cindy. Dundee says, hi, Sono. Teen says, oh, gosh. Dundee says, hey, Cindy. Anne says, Dundee, love of my life is here. Yes, Anne. Yes, he is. Handmade Homegrown says, good morning to everyone that said good morning. I'm sorry I missed you. Welcome, Handmade Homegrown, and thank you so much. Dundee says hi to Lee. Dundee says hi to Handmade Homegrown. Dee says, hey, Sono, what's up? Dundee in the gym says, hey, Anne. Abigail's here. Hi, Abigail. Abigail, how are you? You guys remember yesterday was Abigail's birthday. Magnetic North says, Angels, that's Knuckle. Yes, it is Knuckle. Yes, it is. Abigail says, hey, everyone. Ann says, hi, handmaid. Dundee says, LOL, Ann. Cindy says, hi, Abigail. Abigail says, hi, home. Homegrown, I think she means. Abigail says, love you guys. We love you too, Abigail. Handmade Homegrown says, you are welcome, Daisy May. Thank you for all you do for us. Aw, thank you for everything, Handmade. You're so special and wonderful. You deserve everything you have coming to you guys. Dee says, hey, good morning, Handmade. Lee says, good morning, Abigail. Lisa says, good morning, Handmade. Ann says, I'm allowed to dream, Dundee. In dreams, we are free. Abigail says, hi, Lisa. Ann says, hi, Abigail. Dundee says, that's true, Ann. Yep. Lisa says, hi, Dundee. Lisa, how are you today? I'm mailing your package today, for sure. Devin says, hi. Hi, Devin. Welcome. Mary's here. Mary, how are you? Mary, how's your mama? Mary, oh, it's good to see you, Mary. Good morning, beautiful Mary. Lisa's Daisy, you so much for the community. I'm proud. Call your friend. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lee. I'll help anybody I possibly can. I'm running right now the Grind with Nicole under Daisy's dad. I'm running Lee Magnetic North under my vacation channel. So I'm trying, and I also watch videos on my phone, my iPad, as much as I can. Hey, Mary. Thank you, Lee. That's so kind of you. Tina says you fell for it. Are you Ann? Abigail says, hi, Mary. Magnetic North says, hi, Devin. And hi, Mary. Oh, love the positivity, Dee. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Dee. Aloha from Hawaii. Diamond Painting with Lizzie says, hello, Sono. Abigail says, love you, Mary. That's not Mary's gigs. That's a different Mary, you guys. Lisa says, hi, Abigail. Abigail says, hi, Dee. Sono says, hey, Devin, hello. Mike the Bike Dasher's here, everybody. Mike says, hello, friends, using emojis. Hi, Mike. If you guys are not friends with Mike the Bike Dasher, check him out. He's a great guy. Great channel. A lot of fun. Abigail says, hi, Mike. Cindy says, happy birthday yesterday, Abigail. Dee says, hey, Abigail. Lizzie says, hello, Mike. 603 Magnet Pirate Jason is here. He says, good morning, friends. Hey, Jason, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you today, Jason? Lisa says hi to Mike. Mike says hello to Abigail. Excuse me. Lisa says hello, Lizzie. So does Mike. Say hello, Lizzie. Sona says hello, Mike. All guys using emojis. Thank you. Cindy says, hey, Jason, what's up? Tina says, why is it laggy? Oh, no. Is it laggy? Is it laggy? Let me know if it's any better, you guys. Sono's using emojis. Thank you, Sono. Jason says, hi. Hi, Magnetic North Adventures, Mike and Abigail. Mike says, hello, Magnetic North Adventures. Ann says, hi, Lizzie. Jason says, hi, Sono. Jason, how you doing, buddy? What's going on up there? Gavin on the go's here. Hi, Gavin. You were just gifted a membership. Welcome, Gavin. Mike the Bike Dasher says, hello, Sono. Jason says, hi, Ann. Lisa says, hello to Magnetic North. Ann says, hi, Jason. Sono also says, hello, Jason. So does Mike the Bike Dasher say, hello, Jason. Dundee said, I think I found my new phone. I need 2 to 3 for my videos and streams. Found a waterproof one with lots of storage. And Android for 15 for $250 seems like a good buy, and I have a phone as a present. Awesome. That's great, Dundee. Good. Jason says, hi, Gavin. Dundee says that I could come back to probably. Awesome. Jason says, hi, Dundee. Excuse me, you guys. Abigail says, hi, Gavin. Devin Clamp says, I'm doing okay. Welcome, Gavin. Welcome, Devin. And welcome, Gavin, as well. Tina says, Sono. Abigail says, hi, Jason. Magnetic North Adventure says, hello, Jason 603. Diamond Painting with Lizzie says, hello, Ann. Jason says, hi, Devin. Mary says, good morning, Abigail. Sono says, hi to Tina. Abigail says, hi, Devin. Dundee says, because the original phone was returned, so I should be able to get this one as a replacement. Let's see. Oh, Dundee, I hope you do. Good luck. Devin's using emojis. Thank you, Devin. Lee says, hi, Gavin on the go. Abigail says, love you, Mary. Cindy says, hey, Mary. Tina says, Sonal, you can do the brawl this afternoon with that beast. Abigail says, can everyone praying for me? What's going on, Abigail? What's going on, Abigail? Hi, Adrian. Adrian said, hi, Daisy Mae. Adrian. How are you, Adrian? Welcome, Adrian. Dundee says, hi, Abigail. Sonal says, Dundee, how are you? Cindy says, hey, Gavin, what's up? Abigail says, I'm getting better. I'm glad you're getting better, Abigail. Mary says, we're bringing her home tomorrow and she will have care at home. She's not getting better. Aw. Aw, Mary. Big hugs, Mary. I'm sorry. My mom's in her later 80s, you know. I feel for you. Everyone say some prayers for Mary and her mama, okay, please? Adrian just told us all about freedom. Hey. Cindy says, hi, Mike. Jason says, how in the heck are you keeping up with all these comments? Sometimes it's hard. Abigail says, I'm sending prayers for everyone. Thank you, Abigail. Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. Lee says, good afternoon, Cindy. Mary says, hello, Cindy. Mike says, hello, Cindy. Ann says, hi, Mary. Lisa says, I'm doing okay. You're doing okay, Lisa. Sonal's using those emojis. Thank you, Sonal. Yeah, there's a new one. Handmade homegrown says, absolutely, Abigail. Praying for you, yes. Abigail says, love you, Mary. Mary says, good morning, Chad. Hope everything is well. Lisa says, hi, Adrian. Jason's using emojis. Thank you, Jason. Mike says, not laggy anymore. Thank you, Mike. Tina says, Chrome and Sonal have a brawl with Kyogre. Adrian says, hi, Magnetic North Adventures Lee. Sonal says, I love the new emoji. Thank you, Sonal. Mary says, good morning, Anne. Lee says, no lag in here. Thank you. Andy's here. Andy, good afternoon, Andy. Welcome, welcome, Andy. Everybody say hi to Andy. Abigail says, I'm still sick today. Oh, Abigail, I'm so sorry, girl. Feel better. Drink lots of fluids, Abigail, okay? Jason says, I finally have good weather. Awesome, Jason, what are you going to do in that good weather? Lee says, hi, Andy. Adrian says, hi, Andy. Soma says, Tina from Kyogre. Dee says, hope everyone's having a great day. Blessings to all. Thank you, Dee. Blessings to you as well. Andy says, hi, Lee. Tina says, meanwhile, Tina trains. Ann says, Andy, is the other love of my life here? No. Ann says, Andy, other love of my life is here. Andy is here. Sonal says, nope, no lag. Thank you, Sonal. Cindy says, hey, Andy. Andy says, hi, Adrian. Ann says, hi, Adrian. Cindy says, hi, Adrian. Andy says, hey, Cindy. Tina says, full description. Chrome and Sonal have a brawl against Kyogre. Meanwhile, Tina trains. All right, Tina. Cindy says, hi to Tina. Lee says, Daisy, how's the husband doing? Little Daisy. Oh, we're all really good, Lee. Thank you so much for asking. Sonal says, and the letter F in the lag, you get flag. Lag and flag. Remember that for Scrabble. Cindy's using emojis. Thank you, Cindy. Sonal's also using them. Thank you, Sonal. Andy says, big up our Ann all day long. Benita's here. Hi, Benita. Benita says, happy hump day. Yes, happy hump day. Let's pin that. Hi, Benita. Welcome. Good to see you, Benita. All right, I got to get, where am I? I'm not keeping up, am I? Kitten's here. Kitten. All right, here we are. Benita says, happy hump day. Hi, Benita. Coffee Cake says, hi, Abby to the gal. Using emojis. Benita is using emojis. Ann says, hi, Benita. Sonal says, hello, Andy, Benita, and Coffee Cake. Gitten's here. Hi, Gitten. Gitten's here, everybody. Hi, Daisy Mancha. Hi, Gitten. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, Gitten. How are you? Ann says, hi, Coffee Cake, loving Bish. Hi, Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake says, hi, Benita. Sonola says, hello, Gitten. Magnetic says, hi, Gitten. Ann says, hi, Gitten. Andy says, hi, Sonal. Benita says, sending up a prayer for you, Mary. I gotta pin that. That's good. Thank you so much, Benita. Thank you for that. Sonal's praying too. Thank you, guys. So's Lizzie. Thank you, Lizzie. She's sending prayers. Lisa's Mary. I'll light a candle for support and sending prayers. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. We're all praying, Mary, for you and your mom. Abigail says, hi, B. Magnetic North Adventure says, good morning, Benita. Andy says, hey, Mary, I sending you some love and prayers. Thank you, Andy. Cindy says, sending love and prayers to Mary. Thank you, Cindy. Gitten says, hi, Sonal. Hi, Magnetic North. Hi, Ann. Coffee Cake Love and Bish says, hi, Ann. Hi, Sonal. Coffee Cake. You're so sweet. Abigail says, I'm sending prayers for Mary. Thank you, Abigail. Abigail says, love you, Coffee Cake. Dundee says, hi, Coffee Cake. Cindy says, hi, Gitten. Mary says, thank you, Daisy. I'm sorry to bring down the jab, but I know you've been asking. Yes, I've been wanting to know, yes. I do need prayers. I lost my father 5 years ago, and I think I'm losing my mom. Oh, that makes me so sad for you. We're here to lift you up, Mary. We are here to lift you up and make your day a little bit better. Lisa's praying for all have better days and health. Just to let you know, I love you all. We love you, Lee. We love you too. Cindy says, hi, Coffee Cake. Sonal says, hello, Lizzie. Dundee says, hi, Andy. Abigail says, I'm sorry for your loss, Mary. Yeah, losing her dad. That's hard. Lizzie says, I can't find the emojis. Okay, Lizzie, when you go to the space bar where you go, the chat box, you go to the chat box where that little circle smiley face is, and they're right there. Gitten says, hi, Cindy. Lisa says, I'm sorry, Mary. Coffee Cake says, hi, MK. Benita says, Abigail. Coffee Cake Magnetic North, hey. Handmaid says, it's storming here, so I may lose you. Oh, okay. Be careful, Handmaid. Diamond Painting with Lizzie says, hello, Sonal Hun. Lisa says, hi, that all that I missed. Cindy says, what's up, Benita? Asmir 6 is here. Hi, Asmir. Welcome back, Asmir. Benita says, hey, Cindy. Abigail says, I love you, B. Coffee Cake says, Mary, prayers of peace to your heart. Thank you so much. Thank you, Coffee Cake. Ann says, yeah, my finger is slower than my brain, so I don't get all the words in every time. Asmir says, how are you? I'm good, Asmir. How are you? Abigail says, I like to paint. You're an excellent painter. Abigail, your work is beautiful. Abigail says, hi, Coffee Cake. Cindy says, hi, Asmir. Lee says, hi, Asmir. Gitten says, prayers from me, Mary. Thank you, Gitten. Thank you, Gitten. Coffee Cake says, hi, Abby to the Gale. And Mary says, thank you, Chad, for all your prayers. I really appreciate it, and I need it. We love you, Mary. Big hugs to you. Tina says, Chrome is too strong along everyone as the character who uses steel. Someone says, love Flower in Benita's name because she is the flower in this chat. Benita's a lovely lady. Benita is a very lovely lady. Magnetic North says, hi, Coffee Cake, Love and Bish. Aquin, hey, what a beautiful view. Hi, Aquin, welcome. Welcome in. Coffee Cake says, hi, Magnetic North Adventures. Dundee says, unfortunately, the title of my Bish is already taken. Coffee Cake says, hi, Aquin. Sonal's praying for everyone who needs it. Thank you, Sonal. That's so kind. Lee says, hello, Magnetic North. Lee says, hello, Aquin. Sonal says, Aquin, hello. Mary says, I feel your prayers. Thank you so much. Aw. I wish I could give you a great big hug, Mary. Gitten says, fine, having coffee in a minute. Awesome, Gitten. Welcome. Andy says, hi, Dundee. Sorry, late reply, mate. Aquin says, hey, Coffee. Hey, Sonal. Lee says, Mary, we support you always. Yes, we do. We do. We support everybody. Everybody, we're all helping each other get through life. Gitten says, hi, Andy. Coffee Cake says, hi, Gitten. Cindy says, Aquin, hi. Andy says, hi, Gitten. Prayers and love. Cindy says, hi, Andy. Aquin says, hey, Cindy. Kumari's here. Hi, Kumari. Kumari says, good morning. Lizzie, you found them. Lizzie found them. Thank you, Lizzie. They're so beautiful. Cindy says, hi, Kumari. Magnetic North says, hi, Kumari. Good morning. Lizzie says, thanks. Coffee Cake says, hi, Kumari. Cindy says, hey, Andy. Andy says, hey, Cindy, love and prayers. Coffee says hi, Kumari. Kumari says, good morning, Cindy. Sonal says, I had thunderstorms last night and it made me jump twice. Ooh, those really loud ones, those ones scare me. Lee's using emoji. Sonal's using emoji. Thank you, guys. Tina says, oh, that storm happened here. Sonal says, coffee cake. No, coffee plus cake equals never melting coffee cake. I love coffee cake, you guys. I love the person, the girl, the lady. I also love the real coffee cake food. Aquin says, hey, thanks, yo, Miss Daisy. Aquin, welcome. Lee says, Benita, I'm now connected. Thank you, Lee. Tina says, Chrome is using somebody. That's what I think happened to you, Sonal. Kitten says, hey, coffee cake. Coffee cake says, hi, Sonal. Diamond Painting with Lizzie says, sending prayers, Mary. And Andy says, don't. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. And guess what time it is? It is tea time, folks. Tea time. Tina says, that can fire off some thunder magic. Thank you, Tina. Tina's working some magic for us. Try to get my cup of tea. Coffee cake says, a lot of loving in this chat. Absolutely, coffee cake. Lots and lots of love. Yes, Andy. Here we go. It is, in fact, tea time, friends. And it's right there. Cheers to you guys. Someone says, Tina, oh, I didn't know. Blessed Mama's here. Hi, Blessed Mama. Welcome, young lady. Lee says to our host, thank you. Please press that like button, everyone. Thank you, Lee. Please hit the like button, everyone. Thank you so much. Someone says, hello, Blessed Mama. Magnetic North Adventures says, hi, Blessed Mama. Cindy says, cheers. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Blessed Mama says, hey, Magnetic. Andy says, don't mean peace. Don't prayers mean peace? Oh, sure. And says, oh my golly, I forgot to make the pudding. I said I would today. No pudding? I want pudding. Coffee Cake says, cheers. Thank you, Coffee Cake. Cindy said, hi, Blessed Mama. Gitten said, done. Thank you, Gitten. Thank you so much, you guys. Blessed Mama says, what's up, Cindy? Hello, Cindy. Hello, hello. Anne says, no idea what it means, all these emojis. Andy says, LOL, what, no pudding? Yeah, what do you mean no pudding, Anne? What kind of pudding you making? I want pudding. She says, no pudding, I'll make it tomorrow. She's gonna make it tomorrow. You guys wanna see Daisy? Hi. Hi. You want me to rub your belly? She wants me to rub her belly. Hi. Hi. What are you doing? All right. Isn't she just the cutest, you guys? She waved. Isn't she cute? All right. Tina says, seems like Lucina might have to become the dark flyer. Lee says, thank you. Everyone is the least can do to support each other, and the like is free. That's right. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, please hit the like button, everybody. It does change the algorithm. It really does. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lee. And it says, it's a South African pudding, very delicious. Yummy. Called Malva pudding. Sonal said, oh, thank you, Sonal, for that emoji. He's feeling the love. And he says, but like Oliver Twist, can I have more, Miss, please? More, Miss Ann. Andy says, but like Oliver Twist, can I have more, Miss Ann? Coffee Cake says she's putting us in our place, LOL. Lee says, aw, she waved. She did. Rub my belly. That's what she says, rub my belly. Aw, thank you, Gitten. Gitten's using emojis too. Thank you, Gitten. She's like, Mom, no filming. I'm trying to. I know. She's always saying, get that camera out of here. Tina says, Sonal, you had a storm last night? Question mark. Blessed Mama's using emoji. Thank you, Blessed Mama. Sonal says, LOL, Lizzie. Sonal says, yes, Tina. Ann says, you can check this and show everyone what it looks like. All right. Diamond Pain with Lizzie said, that's how I feel this morning. Sonal, my eyes are swollen, almost shut. I mowed the yard. Oh, and it made you get all yucky. Oh, sorry, Lizzie. Cindy says, Ann, love Malva pudding. Made some on Sunday. See, Cindy knows. Cindy's in South Africa. I don't know if you guys know that. Ann, our friend Cindy is in South Africa. Tina says, well, did you turn on Divine Decree? I don't know what that means, Sonal. Sonal says, I sense Share Bear will be here any minute. You know it. You know Share Bear's coming. If we don't see Share Bear, we know something is not right in the universe. Right? And he says, I love it too, but don't make it often as it takes time, which I don't have much of, right? So busy. Busy. All right, let me find that link, Ann. Da-da-da-da-da. Someone says, Tina, nope, I did an evil laugh throughout the thunderstorm. He's just laughing at the thunderstorm. He don't care about that thunderstorm. He's not afraid. Unlike some people like me. Someone was laughing. Oh, here you go, you guys. It's called Malva pudding. And there it is. Is that it, Ann, right there? There's a glare. That looks like cake. Is that a cake? There's Share Bear. I just saw Share Bear. Hold on, I gotta back up. Someone says, Tina, nope, I did an evil laugh. Oh, we got that. Diamond Painting with Lizzie says, Share Bear, where are you, hon? Someone let Larry sings when Larry sings. Larry's here. Hi, Larry. Larry says, good morning, Daisy. Hey, Larry, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, buddy. Larry says, and good morning to chat. Lisa Sona was singing in the rain. Andy said, who likes carrot cake? Who likes carrot cake? Tina says something else about Fire Emblem. Magnetic North says, hi, Larry. Ann says, yes, that's it. Okay, thank you, Ann. Share Bear says, good morning, everyone. Hi, Share Bear. Chris Outdoor says, good morning with a cup of coffee. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, Chris Outdoors. Someone says, I'm still afraid of thunderstorms when I sleep. Ann says, hi, Share Bear. Hi, Share Bear. How are you, girl? Lizzie says, hello, Share Bear. Lee says, good morning, Share Bear. When Larry sings, says, hello, Magnetic. Ann says, no, it's a pudding, saucy and all. Cake and custard. Oh, okay. Sonal says, see, I knew Share Bear would be here as I predicted. Right on. Sonal, you were right. Share Bear says, good morning, everybody. Lee says, hey, Chris Outdoors. Sonal says, hello, Share Bear. Ann says, and you can top it with either custard or ice cream if you want. It sounds delicious, Ann. Kitten says, hi, Share Bear. Cindy says, hey, Share Bear. Share Bear says, guess what? Guess what, guess what, guess what? Share Bear says, guess what? I became a great grandma about 25 minutes ago. A beautiful baby girl named Madison. Congratulations. 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 Congratulations, Share Bear and her family. Congratulations, young lady. Congratulations to Share Bear, the baby, the mama, the father, everybody. Congratulations, Share Bear. Someone says, hello, Chris. Someone says, Share Bear, congrats. Lee says, I love carrot cake. Share Bear says, Cindy, Gitten, Tina, and anyone else I missed, hi. His and Hers Landscaping, hello, hi. His and Hers Landscaping, welcome. You were gifted a membership, welcome. Andy says, big up, Share Bear. Were your ears burning? Lisa says, congratulations, Share Bear. His and Hers Landscaping said, hi, hi, His and Hers Landscaping, welcome. Lee says, hi, Landscaping. Share Bear says she wasn't due until July 10th. Oh, so you got an early present. It's what, July, it's what right now? Oh, about 3 weeks early. Whoops. Well, sending all you guys lots of love and congratulations, Share Bear. Stitch Love's here. Stitch Love says, sorry I'm late. Hi, Stitch Love. Welcome. Hey, Stitch Love, good morning. Someone says, hello, Landscaping. His and Her says, where is this? It looks so beautiful. What state? This is Florida. This is Florida. Florida, USA. Share Bear says, Andy with LOL. They were. Magnetic North says, hi, Stitch Love. Sonal says, hi, Stitch Love. Abigail says, hi, Stitch Love. Cindy says, congratulations, Share Bear. Andy says, LOL, Share Bear. Magnetic North says, hi, Share Bear. Torpedo Heat is here. Hey, Torpedo Heat, welcome. He says, Daisy May, good morning. Today I'm going to conduct my worldwide radio communications. Awesome, Torpedo Heat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Everybody say hi to Torpedo Heat. One of my new friends. Magnetic North says, hi, Heat. Stitch Love says, hi, North. Hi, Sonal. Hi, Abigail. Sonal says, hello, Torpedo Heat. Andy says, whoop, whoop. Nice, Share Bear. Congratulations, Share Bear. His and Hers Landscaping says, reminds me of Delaware. Thank you. Thank you for the membership. You're welcome, His and Hers Landscaping. And anybody who is gifted a membership, it's completely free for 30 days. Somebody else paid for it for a membership for a gift. After 30 days, it just drops off if you don't renew it. It does not automatically renew. It just drops off completely. If you would like to become a member or stay as a member, it's only 99 cents a month, which is 3 cents a day. 3 cents a day for all the entertainment I give you. 3 cents. Here's 3 cents for entertainment. Okay? I'm joking. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, His and Hers Landscaping, for coming in. Torpedo Heat says, hey, Sonal. Lee says, congratulations, Share Bear and family. Share Bear sending love hearts. We love you, Share Bear. Thank you. Lisa smiles a lot, says, congratulations, Share Bear. Someone says, Stitch Love, if I find you doing well today. Yeah, Stitch Love is doing better. Gitten says, congratulations, Share Bear with love hearts. Cindy says, hey, Stitch Love. Someone says, hey, Share Bear with love. Torpedo, he says, hey, Magnetic, Lee North. Stitch Love's using emojis. Thank you, Stitch Love. Good morning, Stitch Love. Abigail says, hi, Gitten. Share Bear says, congratulations to Share Bear. Cindy says, hey, Torpedo Heat, how are ya? Share Bear says, thank you so much, everyone. I'm texting like everyone, so I'm here just spreading the good news. That's right, Share Bear. You tell everybody. Congratulations. That's awesome. It's something to be proud of. A lot of people don't make it to get to have those things, children, grandchildren. So enjoy. Lizzie says, I gotta go. Thank you, Lizzie, for being here. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Torpedo Heat says, hi, Cindy. Lizzie's gotta go. Bye, Lizzie. Take care, okay? Someone says, you're welcome, Share Bear. Is Daisy outside? Yes, she is. She's right here. Cindy says, later, Lizzie, stay safe. His and Hers Landscaping says, thank you. His and Hers Landscaping, where are you at? Are you in the United States? Stitch Love's using emojis. Thank you, Stitch Love. Share Bear says, you guys are the greatest. You're the best, Share Bear. We're all happy for you. Sonal says, the wonderful and beautiful Share Bear. And there's her link. Thank you, Sonal. And says, be right back. I gotta go for a minute. Sonal says, Stitch Love, that's good. Stitch Love says, how are you today, Kelly? Stitch Love, I'm doing great. How about you, young lady? Hope of many colors is blessing to all. Welcome, Hope of many colors. Welcome. Someone says, hello, Hope of many colors. His and Hers Landscaping said, hi, welcome, welcome. And cheers to everybody. Grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. We're going to be here another hour. Andy's our member. Welcome, welcome, Andy. Andy. Congratulations on being one of the Love Hearts members, Andy. Thank you so much. We love you, Andy. You're so adorable. Sona says, you're welcome. Share Bear is awesome. Yes, she is. Lisa dropped a link for his and hers landscaping. Thank you, Lisa. Mary says, Daisy, thank you for everything. Thank you for your prayers, chat. Thank you for your prayers, too. I have to go. See you soon. Ciao. Bye, Mary. Much love to you, Mary. We love you, Mary. I hope you have a good day. Sherpa says, oh, shucks. Thank you. Someone's all about freedom with love hearts. Mary's using emojis. Thank you, Mary. Oh, Mary, I want to just give you a hug, girl. Sonal says, hi, Share Bear. Stitchel says, I'm okay, feeling a little under the weather, but I'm in Texas right now. Awesome. Stitch lives in Texas. His and Hers Landscaping says, we're based out of Pennsylvania, Bucks County area. I know where that is. Welcome. His and Hers Landscaping says, I love Florida, though. Thank you guys so much. God bless. His and Hers. I'm from upstate New York. I'm from upstate New York. Welcome, welcome, His and Hers. Sherbert says, Mary, we're sending you some love. And is only joined because you promised cake and tea. I'll make you cake and tea. Absolutely, Andy, of course. Thank you, Mary. Mary sending us love, too. Aw, Andy, I'm so glad you did. Members, please go to the post tab and play the games. There's daily trivia, there's daily true or false, and there's daily emoji pick poll for members and for everybody under the post tab on our channel's main page. Torpedo Heat says, hey, Andy. Sonal says, hey, Andy. Torpedo Heat says, Daisy Mae, what you cooking today? I am making goulash today. Goulash. Goulash with salad. That's what's for dinner. Goulash. Everyone's invited for goulash and salad and maybe garlic bread. Andy says hi. Gitten says cheers, everyone. Thank you, Gitten. Cheers to you. Handmade and Homegrown says first storm passed and internet is back. Oh, I'm glad you're back, Handmade. Stay safe, okay? Stitch loves using emojis. Thank you, Stitch Love. Sonal's using emojis too. Thank you, Stitch. Or thank you, Sonal and Stitch Love, for the emojis. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a beautiful day, you guys. It really, really is. Andy says, hi, Torpedo. Ann says, I'm back. Welcome back, Ann. Welcome back. Torpedo Heat says, hi. Sonal says, like from the light green Sonal. Oh, thank you, Sonal. I call that blue Sonal, but you're right. It is kind of aqua color. Sonal's liking on both channels. Thank you, Sonal. Hey, Torpedo Heat, any news at all on Uncle Hairball? Has anybody out there seen Uncle Hairball? I have not seen or heard from him since Sunday. The last time he was here, he said he was going to go see his dad for Father's Day. It's the last I've seen him. So, can I see Daisy? Sure. Sure you can. Oh, she moved. Say hi. You can come say hi to Stitch Love? You want to say hi to Stitch Love? Her tail was going. You want to say hi to Stitch Love? Her tail was going. Hi. Hi. Where's your tummy? Where's your little tum-tum? Say hi to everybody. Okay. She changed positions. She moved. I didn't know she moved. Excuse me. Lee says, hi, Sonal. Hi, Teal Sonal. Sonal says, hello, Lee. Torpedo, not yet. Still nothing? Still nothing. Okay. Thank you, Torpedo Heat. Anne says, hi, Stitch Love. Stitch Love says, Daisy is so pretty. Isn't she? Isn't she beautiful, you guys? And she's so sweet. Stitch Love says, hi, Ann. Sona says, she's so relaxed. She is. She's chilling. Kitten says, hi, Stitch Love. Magnetic North says, Teal Sona, I subbed. Ann says, it's hot here. Oh, it's hot here too, Ann. Try to stay cool. Cindy says, Daisy May, I'm going to go. My Wi-Fi router broke. I'm outside on my mom's Wi-Fi. You have a blessed day later. Stay safe. Bye, Cindy. Good luck with your Wi-Fi. I'm so sorry I broke on you. Cindy, have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody say goodbye to Cindy. Stitch Love says, hi, Gitten. Sono says, thank you, Magnetic North. Ann says, have a good day, Cindy. Magnetic North Adventures. Lee says, take care, Cindy. Hope it gets sorted out soon. Abigail says, have a good day, Cindy. Ann says, it's 27 here, but it feels stuffy. Sir Bonks the Lot's here. Hi, Addison. Addison says, good morning. Hi, Addison. What? Now what? What's the matter? Huh? Hi. Say hi to everybody. Hello. Say hello. She barking. All right. Hi, Addison. Welcome, buddy. Ann says, I'm making it worse. Andy says, it's hot here too. I love it. Stitch Love says, thank you, Kelly. I feel better. My stomach hurts because I'm hungry. But I don't want to get up until everyone is awake. Just be very quiet and go get something small. Go get a little snacky snack. Share Bear, Cindy, have a blessed day. Thank you, Share Bear. Sono says, take care, Cindy. Lisa says she may have moments where she is pretty rotten. Andy says, later, Cindy, have a good day. Sono says, hello, Addison. Magnetic North says, hi, Addison, sir. Ann says, more attention, mommy. Stitch Love says she barked at me. She missed me. She did. She missed you, Stitch Love. Sono says, look at that face. She wanted to get down off the couch. Sir Bonks says, hey, Sono, hey, Magnetic North Adventures. Lisa says, take care, Cindy. Justin's here, Justin Hill. Hi, Justin, welcome. Justin, welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. How are you, Justin? Andy says it's 21 here, so maybe it's not hot. Sono says, hello, Justin, and I am caught up in the chat. I'm caught up in the chat. Sono says, hello, Justin, and so does Lee say hello, Justin. Hello, Justin. You guys, we had a great blue heron. It flew right this way. I don't know where it was. I'm going to go back to the beginning of this stream later, and I'm going to look for it because it flew right here. A great blue heron was right here in front of us. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Someone says, little Daisy May be barking up the right tree. She is barking up the right tree. Yes, she is. Justin says it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Justin. It is Wednesday, June 18th, you guys. June 18th, 2025. Stitch Love says, how's your husband? Oh, he's good. Thank you, Stitch Love. He's good. He's working. He went to work. Welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Brylon Farm is here. Hey, girl. Brylon Farm, welcome. You guys all know Stacy. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Happy Wednesday to you. Someone says, hello, Stacy. Hello, Brylon Farm, my girl. How are you? Brylon Farm says, thanks. Good here. How are you? Ann says, hi, Brylon Farm. Andy says, what breed is Daisy? She's a long-haired Chihuahua. She's a long-haired Chihuahua. Brylon Farm says, hey there, Sono and Ann. Ann says, hi, Justin. Ann says Chihuahua, Andy. Yes, she's a Chihuahua. Long coat. Stitch Love says, so did my uncle? My uncle goes to work around 2:30. Oh, 2:30 a.m.? Wow. Goes to work in the middle of the night, huh? Magnetic North says, hi, Brylon Farm. Andy says, thank you, Ann. Excuse me. Peter Pan is here. Hi, Peter Pan. And thank you so much. It's a mixture of everybody here. It's not just rich people. Mm-mm. No. Welcome, Peter Pan. Brylon says, hi, Magnetic North. Sonal says, hey, Peter Pan. See, Peter Pan, there's condos. And now the gook in the water today. And there's homes. That's all. Hello, Peter Pan, and welcome. Andy says, I have the Staffies one, too hot. The other one just charging around the loony is too hot for that malarkey. I have Staffies one, too hot. The other just charging around the loony. It's too hot for that malarkey. You're right, Andy. You are right. Thank you for being here, everybody. It's tea time. Suno's here. Hi, Suno. Like done. Thank you, Suno. Welcome. Thank you for the like. Thank you for that. Welcome to tea time, everybody. We still have a cup of tea. So grab one. Come sit with me. Let's chat. Lisa retracted. Suno says hi. Hi, Suno. Welcome. Peter Pan says, what you mean, Lisa? Sonal says hi. Sonal and I sub. Magnetic North says hi, Suno. Nice place. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Andy says, I must remember to put commas in my sentences. No, it's okay. It's good. Please spot me? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Sunil. And says, my room is extra hot because right now, on top is the loft's balcony, and that gets the sun on it all day long. Oh, come evening, the heat ciphers down into my room. Oh, I feel you, Ann. Yuck. The Reinhardt's channel's here. Hi, Reinhardt's channel. Reinhardt's channel says, what's up, my friends? Suno says, join me. Join you what, Suno? Sono says, hello, Reinhardt's channel. Lee says, hi, Reinhardt's channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What does join me mean, Suno? I don't know what that means. Whew, it's hot out here, too. Andy says, and t-shirt and shorts. There you go. T-shirt and shorts. Sherbert says hi to everybody she missed. Sorry if I missed anyone. I'm like a little girl getting candy right now. I know. Sherbert's got to be on cloud 9. Suno says, hello, Magnetic North. And says he means sub, I think. Oh, okay. Brian says, welcome, Suno. Thank you, Ann. I can't sub when I'm on my phone, but I can do it later. Uh-oh. This guy lost his dog. This guy's always losing his dog. Suno says, hi, Brylon Farm. Suno says, LOL, Share Bear. Brylon says, welcome, Suno. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, June 18th. Can you believe it? I think my neighbor lost his dog. Someone says early trick-or-treating for Orange Share Bear. That's right, someone else like Halloween. Brylon says late start. What's the good news, Share Bear? Brylon says lost his shirt too. Suno says good luck. And says I'm in a And says, I'm in a t-shirt, but not a short. My days for shorts are long gone, LOL. I have shorts on. I have shorts and a t-shirt on. Nature Guy's here. Hey, Nature Guy, how are you, buddy? Nature Guy says, good morning. Hello, Nature Guy. Eric, how you doing? Lisa says, sorry, Peter Pan, thought you said something else. Thank you, Lisa. Someone says, Nature Guy, hello. Shiver says, Brylon Farm, I just became a great grandma within the last hour. Within the last hour. Congratulations, Share Bear. Andy says, Ann, if you're in home, what's the matter? Lee says, hi, Nature Guy. Ann says, I'm too shy. Brylon Farm says, oh, I see the news up there now. Nature Guy says, I'm doing okay. How are you, Daisy? I'm good, Eric. Thank you so much. Brylon Farm says, wow. Sherbert says, I raised that grandchild, so he's like my son. Awesome. He says, and I'm sure you're beautiful, Ann. Nature Guy says, hi, Sonal. Hi, Magnetic North. Andy says, get them legs out, Ann. Sonal says, Sherbert, a surprise gift from the creator. Absolutely. Brylon says, oh, what a good person you are, Share Bear. She is. She's fantastic. Peter Pan says, nah, Lisa, we're nice out here enjoying the view and the tea. Thank you, Peter Pan. Thank you. And says, my legs have not been the sun in years, so if I put on short, I'll blind everyone with my white legs. Get out there in the sun. Get some sunlight. Sherbert says, Sonal, all about freedom. Yes, a great gift. He's too young, but God knows what he's doing. Right on, Share Bear. Sherbert says, hi, Nature Guy. Nature Guy says hello back to her. And I say, hello, everybody. Need somebody. Hello and hello and hello. Andy says, yes, Ann, blind them with excellence. Lisa says, just want to keep everyone keep it clean. That's right, Lisa, keep it clean. And my moderators will make sure that it is a clean chat. They have the power, and I trust them. Tina says, Sonal, I'm here for you. If you sleep through the storm, I'll always be here for you. Thank you, Tina. You're so sweet. Lisa says, just want to keep it clean. Nature Guy says, I think I'm a vampire because I just burn in the sun. Ann says, LOL, Andy. Ann says, me too, Nature Guy. The thing with the sun, you guys, is little bit at a time. Don't go out there for an hour or 2 hours. You go out there for 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. 10 or 15 minutes, a little bit at a time. That's why people burn. If you're a person that your skin burns, you only go out there for 10 minutes. That's it. Andy says, yes, Lisa. Lisa, never tan, just burn, burn, burn. YouTube us. Hello there. Hello, YouTube us. Cheers to you, YouTube us. Cheers. Cup of tea for you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. Today I am playing The Grind with Nicole under Daisy's dad. And I'm playing Lee Magnetic North under my vacation channel. Get those some watch hours. And he says, a bit late now, Kelly. Been here for an hour. Andy, you're so fun. Andy is just fun. Nature Guy says, I'm having coffee myself. Awesome. You're having coffee with us. Welcome, Nature Guy. Lisa says, Ann, I'm sure you blind them with your beautiful personality. She does. She's so lovely. Sherbert says, I have Life 360 and saw that they went to the mall, then the Museum of Science, and then the Cubs game. Maybe that's why the poor girl gave birth 3 weeks early. Could be. Lee says, hi, YouTube US. Lee says, hi, Orange Share Bear. Sonal says, hello, YouTube US. Hello, YouTube US. Sonal. Peter Pan, which state are you in, if you don't mind me telling? This is Florida. This is Florida, Peter Pan. Kevin's here. Kevin says, what? Show the proof? What kind of proof? Hey, Kevin. Kevin, is that a Miami Heat? Thank you. Shipper says, how in the hell am I supposed to concentrate at work? I want to see the baby. No concentrating today. Magnetic North says, hi, Peter. West Country's here. West Country mothers, hi. They say, hi, Daisy. Hi, West Country, welcome. Magnetic North says, Kevin, what a lie. What's a lie? West Country says, hi, everyone. Sona says, Lisa Ann Shirley blinded me with her funny jokes. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Sharebears of Magnetic Adventures, LOL. I was just going to do that. Ann says, that's why I landed the best boyfriend here. Not so, Andy, LOL. Sona says, Kevin, no bullying. Magnetic North says, Daisy, I timed out as saying all old ladies. Thank you, Magnetic North. I trust you guys. You don't have to explain it to me. If you guys if you time somebody out and remove comments, I trust you guys. You don't have to explain to me. Thank you, Magnetic North. Peter Pan says, it looks so beautiful. Thank you. Sherber says, hi, West Country. Sherber says, hi, Magnetic North Adventures, Lee. Lee says, hi, West Country. West Country says, hi, Lee. Kelly says, hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Ann says, ha, ha, ha. I'd love to shock Andy into silence. We love you, Ann. Lee says, I'll time out and give a chance to change. Thank you, Lee. Peter Pan says, and the chat is nice too, kind of rare. I feel like, well done, guys. Thank you, Peter Pan. We're here every day, Peter Pan. Join us anytime you like. Sharebear sending love hearts. Thank you, Sharebear. Sonal says, Lee, I only delete comments to give them a chance. Thank you, Sonal. West Country had a cool video yesterday. Yes, they did. Awesome video. Yes. They had a premiere. It was wonderful. Yeah, if you guys are having premieres and lives coming up, let us know. Let us all know so we can all be there. Paranormal Walks, hi there. Hello, Paranormal Walks. Welcome. Shearber says, Peter Pan, this group is truly awesome and the best. So kind, so sincere. Welcome aboard. Thank you, Shearbear. Thank you. Shearber says, Paranormal Walks, hi. Sonal says, hello, STU. Stu. Magnetic North says, hi, Paranormal. One Nature Guy says, hi, Paranormal. So does Ann's Place say, hi, Paranormal. Suno says, good luck. Thank you, Suno. Thank you. Andy says, yes, Ann, big up, Mr. Ann. Yes, Ann, big up me, Ann. Magnetic North says, I have a premiere at 7 p.m. UK time, which is what, Lee, my time, 2 p.m.? All right, Magnetic North has a premiere, you guys, today. I believe that is 2 p.m. East Coast time in United States. Paranormal Walk says, thank you for the membership. You're welcome. Somebody gifted you a membership. Thank you for being here. If you don't know how that works, you guys, it's a 30-day free membership. Somebody else paid for it. And you get all the access to the members-only stuff for 30 days. And after 30 days, it just drops off. You can renew if you'd like to for 99 cents. But for the first 30 days, it's completely free. And it will not charge you anything unless you join yourself. All right? Suno says, hello from Pakistan. And says, good one, Andy. Bryland Farm says, Mzumi. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you, Stacy. West Country says, oh, cool, we'll be there, Lee. Sono says, I mean, hello, Paranormal Walks. Peter Pan says, thank you, Shearber, you're right. Lisa smiles a lot, says, I don't know how to do anything like that yet. I'm learning as I go, Lisa. You just learn as you go. Lisa says, yes, I think so, 6 hours ahead. I think it's 5. I think you're 5 hours ahead. Sono says, take care, Stacy. Shearbear says, Peter Pan, sending you some love. West Country says, hi, Shearbear. Suno says, hi. Hi, Suno. Magnetic North says, Daisy, it's 2 p.m. Okay, and it's 9 o'clock, so you're 5 hours. Okay, thank you, Lee. Paranormal Walk says, hi, Shearbear. Ann says, I have to go get out of this boiler room now. Have fun, everyone. Bye, Ann. Thank you so much for being here. Lee says, West Country, you found a lot of stuff. Paranormal Walk says, hi, Sonal. Shearbear sending love hearts. Thank you, Shearbear. Oh, and emojis. Shearbear's also sending emojis. Thank you, Shearbear. Andy says, later, Ann. Sonal says, hello, West Country. Bushka's here, everybody. Bushka, hi. Bushka says, hi, Daisy May and everyone. Hi, hi, Bushka, welcome. Bushka's in the house. Everybody say hello to Bushka. You know Bushka from Ireland. Lee says 5 or 6 hours, depending on the time zone. Yes, yes. Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. JBCB's is here. Good morning, Chloe. She says, good morning, Daisy Mae's mom. Happy Wednesday, and I hope you have an awesome day today. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, JBCB's. Thank you for all you do. Everybody check out my friends JBCB's Bird Sanctuary. You'll love them. They're wonderful people, and they have a great bird stream, a nature stream outdoor. You see squirrels, all kinds of stuff, birds. Someone says, hello, Bushka. So does Magnetic North. Say hi, Bushka. Paranormal Walk says, Anne's Place, Magnetic North. Hi. Shiver says, everyone familiar with the shorts with the happy dog? It goes, I'm a happy, happy, happy dog. Bushka says, congratulations, Share Bear. Magnetic North says, hi, JBCBs. Nature Guy says, hi, Bushka, my friend. Someone says, hello, JBCBs. Lisa says, take care, Anne. Magnetic North says, take care, Anne. West Country says, I'm digging, so we'll say goodbye. I've hit the like button. Thank you, West Country. Everybody check out my friend West Country Mudlarks. They do mudlarking over in the UK. Great, great people, great content. Lovely, lovely channel. Sherber says, that's how I feel right now, LOL. Paranormal Walk says, hi, Nature Guy. Lisa smiles a lot, says, hi, Bushka, how you doing? Yeah, how are you doing, Bushka? Welcome. Sherber says, hi, Bushka. Hi, JBCB's Bird Sanctuary. Lisa says, have fun, West Country. Andy says, hi, Bushka. Someone says, the autocorrect is changing my comment again. That crazy autocorrect. Sherber is using emojis. Thank you, Sherber. Sonal's using them too. Thank you, Sonal. Nature Guy says, LOL, Sonal. Peter Pan says, do we have a piece of cake for the tea? I would like some, but no, I don't have any. Sounds good, though. Adventure America's here. Hi, Adventure America. Welcome. Adventure America says, good morning, Daisy Mae. Hey, Adventure America. Everybody say hi to Adventure America. Our friends down in Texas showing us all the cool stuff, taking us to parks. And I love all the sand stuff. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Adventure America, stopping in. Sonal says, emojis. Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. Bushka says, hi, Nature Guy. Sonal, Magnetic North, Andy, and Share Bear. Good morning. Sonal says, Adventure America. Hey, hey. Lisa smiles. Lots using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Bushka says, hi, Adventure America. Adventure America says, hi, back to Bushka. Paranormal Walk says, hi, Adventure. Adventure says, good morning, Sonal. Paranormal Walk says, hi, Bushka. Bushka says, hey, Lisa smiles. Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Adventure America says, good morning to Share Bear. One Nature Guy says, I think it's user error. I think it's user error. We used to say that at work. User error. Someone says, Nature Guy is the third time it changes West Country to West Wheat Country. It's okay. They know who you're talking about. Magnetic North says, hi to Adventure America. Nature Guy's laughing. Someone's using emojis. Someone says, you're welcome. JBCB says, congratulations to Share Bear. Yes. Congratulations to Share Bear. That is so awesome. Adventure America says, good morning, Paranormal Walks. Andy says, yes, better get on. Have Kelly a great day to everyone. Thank you, Andy, for being here. You have a great day too, my friend. Everybody say bye to Andy. Bushka says, Paranormal Walks, hi. Sonal says, take care, Andy. One Nature Guy says, does it to me all the time, Sonal. All the time, that stupid autocorrect. JBCB says, have to get to work, but hope everyone has an amazing day today. Happy Wednesday. Thank you, JBCB's Bird Sanctuary. Thank you. You have a wonderful day, too. I'll be in your stream later. Bushka sending emojis. Thank you, Bushka. Sonal says, take care, JBCB's. Adventure America says, good morning, JBCB's. Bushka says, JBCB, hi, take care. One Nature Guy says, I'm so used to typos, I don't even notice. I just read them as normal. Me too. Adventure America says, take care, Andy. Sherbert says, hi, Adventure America. Bushka says, take care, Andy. Lisa smiles at us. Andy, have a great day. Someone says, Nature Guy, I'm learning your language. Darren's here. Hi, Darren. Darren says, good morning. How is everyone? Time to grow. Have a great day and send some of that sunshine up north. I'm sending it to you right now. Here it comes. Adventure America says, good morning, Nature Guy. Nature Guy says, yeah, I'm fluent in Taiwanese. That's a good one. That is a good one. Sorry, guys, I'm just moving the camera. Lisa says, Adventure America, howdy. Nature Guy says, good. Good, Adventure America, how are you? Paranormal Walk says, take care. Oh, I got to get back to work. Support here from the UK. Thank you, Paranormal Walks. Thank you so much for being here. Nature Guy says, good morning. Adventure America's congratulations to Share Bear. Yes, congratulations to our Share Bear, you guys. Someone says, take care, Paranormal Walks. Color My World. Hi, Color My World. It looks beautiful there, chilling on the sun porch. Hope everyone has a fantastic day. Thank you, Color My World. Welcome. Bushka says, hi, Darren. Adventure America says, I'm doing good. Bushka says, take care, Paranormal Walks. We'll play Nosy Neighbor. Look at Nosy Neighbor. You want to play Nosy Neighbor? Sherbert says, thank you, everyone. YouTube USA says, show your face. Who are you to tell me to do that? Don't come in here and demand things from me, YouTube USA. Thank you. This channel is about my dog, all right? It's not about me. We're playing Nosy Neighbor, everybody. Oh, she left. You guys like Nosy Neighbor, right? We all like Nosy Neighbor. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Bushka says, hi, Color My World. Nature Guy says, hey, Nosy Neighbor, we're looking at you. We're looking at her while she's looking at us, right? Thank you, Lisa. Nature Guy says, hey, Nosy Neighbor. Oh, yeah, I got you there. We're looking at you, Nosy Neighbor. We are looking at you. Peter Pan says, she don't laugh. She's just hiding behind the bush and spying on you. She might be, Peter Pan. Lee says, anyone demands will be timed out by be respectful. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Someone says, sheriff's in town. Sheriff's in here. Lisa says, you're welcome. Nobody talks to you like that. I didn't see it. I didn't even see it. So thank you so much, you guys. Nature Guy says, people act like they've never seen YouTube or YouTubers, right? I mean, don't come in here and tell me to show my face. Who are you? Shibber says, I was just sent a picture of the baby and it looks like she's flipping off the dad. Trust me, that's good. Oh, Share Bear. Awesome. You got a picture. I'm so happy for you. And she's flipping off the dad. That's too cute. That's too cute. What a cutie. Oh, little tiny peanut. Congratulations, Share Bear. I'm so happy for you. That is so lovely, Share Bear. Congratulations. So sweet. She says, I love it, and he totally deserves that. I'll send you the pictures. Oh, thank you, Share Bear. Yes. Yes. Lisa says, Share Bear, congratulations to you and your family. Someone says she will if she wants to, never demand. Yeah. What's the big deal, right? Nature Guy says, oh, I love babies. Magnetic North says, Lisa, seems we timed out the same time. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having my back. You sent it? All right, Share Bear. I can only access that email from my computer, so I'll have to do it when we're done. I don't know how to access that from my iPad, and I don't know why. Shibber says, Lisa, thank you so much. Let's see if I can get it. Need for Speed is here. Hi, Need for Speed. Song Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles is playing in my background. That's a great song. Need for Speed, welcome, welcome. Sonal says, cookies for the trolls. Thank you, Sonal. Cookies, Troll House cookies. Anybody want some? Lisa's fly swatter at ready. Who's next? There you go, Lily. Nature Guy says, yeah, it's not really a good idea to be rude in a whole room full of moderators, right? Thank you, Nature Guy. Sherbert says, hi, Need for Speed. Tina says, okay, right. I'm hearing thunder. Magnetic North says, hi, Need for Speed. Nature Guy says, pick me, pick me. Lisa says, Magnetic North, we work together. Need for Speed says, good morning to all. Good morning, Need for Speed. Welcome and good morning. Someone says, I was busy in the kitchen. YouTube let me use their kitchen. Thank you, Sonal. Troll House cookies for everybody. Magnetic North says, yes, Lisa. Sherbert says, I want a cookie. Peter Pan says, are the cookies delicious? I would take one. Adventure America says, everyone have a great day. Time to get back to work. Thank you, Troy. Adventure America. Everybody check out Adventure America. Thank you for being here, my friend. Be careful at work, okay? Someone says, Peter Pan, here you go. Have a cookie. Shearber's getting cookies too. Shearber's getting cookies. Lisa smiles a lot, says, Sonal, you're amazing. You're all amazing. Every one of you are amazing. Every one of you are amazing people. Sonal says, thank you, Lisa. Nature Guy says, I'm craving old-fashioned molasses cookies. Oh, I've never had those. Are they good? I've never had molasses cookies. I've never had molasses anything, I don't think. Lisa, Sonal, you have my cookie. You can have my cookie. I'm on a diet. He's on a cookie. He's on a diet. Peter Pan says, Sonal, thank you so much. Too kind of you. They are delicious, but all gone now. Peter Pan ate them all. Peter Pan ate all the cookies. We have, today, guys, it's Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. We have 9:14 a.m. in the United States of America. We have 13 people in the chat and 53 likes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nature Guy says, molasses cookies are so good. The homemade ones, I've never had them. Kage's here. Hi, Kage. Good morning, buddy. How are you today? Good morning, Kage. Welcome. Sonal says, life lessons for the trolls. It's Daisy Mae's channel. She can do whatever she wants. That's right. That is right on, Sonal. Right on. Need for Speed said, I can go for a ooey gooey warm chocolate chip cookie. Me too, you guys. Sounds delicious. Sherbert says, hi, Kage. Magnetic North says, hi, Kage. Sonal says, hello, Kage. Lisa says, molasses cookies are yummy, yummy, and yummy. Kage says, hey, Sherbert. Kage says, hey, MNA. Nature Guy says, hi, Kage. Sienna's here. Sienna's our welcome, Sienna. Welcome back. Sienna says, hi. Sonal says, hello, Sienna. Kage says, hey, Nature Guy. Kage says, hey, Sonal. Sonal says, Kage, how are you? Peter Pan said, hi. Hi, Peter Pan. Sienna's Art said, I can only be here for a few minutes for school. Thank you, Sienna's Art. When are you done with school? Pretty soon? Kage says, I'm here, Sonal. Lisa says, hi, Kage. Welcome, 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 everybody. It's Wednesday, you guys. It's Happy Hump Day. Magnetic North says, hi, Sienna's Art. Sherbert says, hi, Sienna. Nature Guy says, Lisa knows. Kage says, hey, Lisa. Sonal says, Kage, glad you're here. I'm glad you're here too, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a pretty nice day on tap, it looks like. Look at the beautiful sky. See anything up there? Not a lot of puffy clouds today. Sienna's Art says, no, I just started. Oh, you just started school? You're not in the United States then, are you, Sienna? Lisa says, hi, Sienna. Sienna says, hi, Lisa. Sherbert says, this kid is not answering any of my questions, posting pics in Snapchat, gonna kill him. That's typical Sherbert, right? Someone says, I miss school, to be honest. I remember telling my kids that once you enjoy school, because when you get out of school, at first it's gonna be, oh yeah, I'm out of school, yay, yay, yay. But as time goes on, you're like, man, school is really a good time. I should have had more fun in school, right? That's what people say. Lisa says, that one clock kind of looked like a rocket. Oh, the one cloud? like a rocket. It looks like a rocket. It looks like a rocket. It looks like a rocket. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to tea time. Welcome to Wednesday tea time. We have tea for everybody. Anybody that would like a cup of tea, we are here. Nature Guy says, enjoy not having to be a responsible adult. Exactly, Nature Guy. Enjoy it while you're young. Because soon enough, life comes a calling, right? Right on. Enjoy being young. Do stuff. Make mistakes. Have fun. Travel. Change jobs. And change jobs again. Meet new people. Meet more new people. Open your eyes to the world. Just Living Life. Many thanks to the person who gave me the membership. Awesome. Just Living Life. Welcome. Much love from Newcastle upon Tyne in England. Welcome, welcome. Just Living Life. We have a lot of people over here from England. Welcome. Lisa says, well, it must have exploded. North Texas, Andrew's here. North Texas Bird Feeder. Andrew, happy Wednesday. What's your favorite tea? My favorite tea is green tea. How about you? Hi, Andrew. Welcome. Everybody say hi to my friend Andrew, North Texas Bird Feeder. Need for Speed said, I would like to have a spot of tea. Yes, have some. Nature Guy says, I don't want to pop up. I just want to be a toy. Oh, I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. How did that go? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Something like that. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's right, Nature Guy. Lisa says, hi, just living my life. I'm in the UK too. Sherbert says, no, hi, no. North Texas. Sonal says, there's a big cloud that looks like a person saying, I don't know. I like it. Lisa says, I graduated in 92 and I miss it. Lisa says, hi, North Texas. Just Living Life says, thank you for the welcome. Yorkshire tea is the best. There you go. Yorkshire tea. Just Living Life. Thank you for being here. Sonal says, hello, Texas. Dachshund Django's mom. Hey. Hey, Django's mom. Welcome. Am I saying that wrong? Django. Dachshund. Welcome, welcome, Mom. I'm going to call you Mom. Hi, Mom. Hey. Bill Meyer says, I'm a coffee person. Healthy life is the best wealth you can have in the world. You're right on, Bill. Take care of yourselves, people. Take care. Treat yourself good. Treat your body good. You'll thank me when you get older. North Texas Bird Feeder. Andrew says, Bigelow, constant comment. I've had Bigelow green tea before. Magnetic North says, I drink that as near Yorkshire as well, I think he means. Monkey Run. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Monkey Run. Welcome. Good afternoon to Monkey Run. Nature Guy says, remember those commercials? I do, Nature Guy. I do. Sonal says, hi, Mom. Magnetic North says, hi, Bill. Bill Myers in the house. North Texas Bird Feeder says, hello, Share Bear, Sonal, and Chat. Magnetic North says, hi, Monkey Run. Lisa says, hi, North Texas. Tina says, it's still thunderstorming. North Texas says, hello, Magnetic North Adventures. Magnetic North Adventures says, hi, Mom. Mom says, hey there, we have been on holiday in Croatia. Oh, how lovely. I've heard Croatia is beautiful. Matter of fact, I have a friend who travels the world, and he said Croatia was the most beautiful place he'd ever been to. Awesome. North Texas Andrew says, hi, Lisa smiles a lot. Mom says, hi, guys, you're so lovely. Hello, Dachshund Mom. Just Living Life says, hello, Magnetic. Nice to meet you all here in chat. Thank you, Just Living Life. Thank you. Sonal says, hello, Just Living Life. Magnetic North says, I'm near Sheffield. Monkey Run says, hi, Magnetic. Magnetic, what's good? Just Living Life says, hi to Sonal. Sonal says, hello, Monkey Run. You went for the Django's birthday? 10 years old. Oh, how lovely. And you go every year. Awesome. Well, happy birthday to your dog, Django, the dachshund. Beautiful, beautiful. Ralph Moore is here. Hi, Ralph. Ralph says, hello, Daisy. Hi, Ralph. How are ya? Monkey Run says, I'm near Manchester, UK. Monkey Run, who else is from Manchester? Our friend Richard. Mint chocolate chip balls. He's also from Manchester. Magnetic North says hi to Ralph. Monkey Run says, hi, Sonal. Just Living Life says, I've been to Sheffield once when I went to see Darren Hayes in concert. Darren Hayes from that group, Darren Hayes. Darren Hayes was in that group. I have it on my phone. Darren Hayes. I knew I loved you before I met you. That song. Darren Hayes. I can't think of it. Darren Hayes. I know that name. I know that. Ralph says, I'm doing well. Kage says, woof, woof. Nature Guy says, hello, Daisy, we hear you. Someone says, Dachshund Django sup. Mom says he went on my sup on his birthday all by himself. We went on to the sea. So great. Awesome, Mom. Great. Lisa dropped a link. Thank you, Lisa. Just Living Life says, I met him lots of times. Savage Garden. Yes, Savage Garden. You met him? Oh, back in the day, man, oh man, I was in love with them. I was in love with those guys, especially Darren. Sonal says, Nature Guy, if you go to India, they only know about Typonian. Sonal. Mom says, thank you, Lisa. You met Darren Hayes? No way. I have the Savage Garden CD on my phone. Yes, I love them. Nature Guy says, Typonian, LOL. Tina says, oh no. Oh my God, I cannot believe that you know Darren Hayes. Savage Garden, yes. I knew I loved you before I met you. He has such a soothing voice, such a beautiful voice. Sherbert says, love Savage Garden. Me too, I love them. Just Living Life says, I have photos with him. I caught his cold. I've never been so happy to have a cold. Oh my God, that's so cool. I was telling everyone I got Darren's cold. Oh my God, Just Living Life. I got to check out your channel, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I love that so much. Sonal says, oops, I added the extra only. That's okay, Sonal. Lisa says, Dachshund, he is so adorable. Sherbert says, hi, Django's mom. Sherbert says, hi, Monkey. Mom says, you got a great comment section. You deserve it, obviously. Aw, thank you, Mom. Just Living Life says, Lee Novak wanted me to run away with him. Oh my God. Is that the other one? I only know Darren's name. Is that the other one? They're both so cute. Sherbert said, hi, Just Living Life. Nature Guy says, yeah, I didn't mention it, Sonal. Sonal says, I love Dachshund dogs. Kage says, that song is the first CD a girl ever gave me. I have the CD too, Kage. I love that CD. I love it. Sonal says, hey, Nature Guy, LOL. Mom says, oh, thank you, Lisa. He's the light of my life. Oh, Just Living Life says he was the bass player. Oh, okay, the bass player. Yep. Awesome. Andrew says, congratulations, Sherbert. Just noticed the pinned comment. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness, I'm just in shock that you know Darren Hayes. I loved Darren Hayes back in the day. Loved him. Savage Garden, you guys. That's a group from way back when. Mom says, congrats, Sherbert. That's exciting. It is exciting. Just Living Life. I'm going to your channel right now. I'm hitting you up. All right. I just subscribed to Just Living Life. Just Living Life says, I love your channel. I'm going to have to upload some concert photos. Yes, do that. Yes, Just Living Life. People want to see it. Absolutely, yes. Sherbert says, thank you so much. Mom says, welcome to our planet, Madison. Aw, I have to pin it. Oh, I have to pin it, but I don't want to lose Sherbert's thing. Sherbert says, thank you, Django in Texas. Yes, Just Living Life. Yes. To Django's mom said, my pleasure. Kage says, Sherbert, congratulations. Lisa dropped a link for Living My Life. Thank you, Lisa. There's nothing on it as yet, but I will be posting things. I'm just a bit camera shy. I'm planning on doing some walk videos and show what's around where I live on days out. Thanks for subscribing. Yes, just living life. Don't be camera shy. You can go on camera if you want to, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But just take those videos and put them up. Absolutely. People want to see stuff. Yes. Thank you for dropping that link, Lisa. Fisherman's Lodge is here. Hi, Stuart. Welcome, buddy. He's using emojis. Thank you, Fisherman's Lodge. Welcome, buddy. Lisa says sub number 2. Thank you, Lisa. Shibber says love to Sonal. Sonal says sub living my life. Everyone's subbing up. Living my life. You got to start putting up some content for us. North Texas Bird Feeders is back to work for me. Hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you, Andrew. I'll be in your stream today. You know it. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. Everybody check out North Texas Bird Feeder. My friend Andrew. He's wonderful. Sherbert says, I sub, just living my life. Stonal's using emojis. Thank you, Stonal. Sherbert says, have a blessed day. Sherbert says, hi, Fisherman's Lodge, Stuart. Stonal says, hello, Stuart. The Fisherman's Lodge says, hi, Sherbert. Magnetic North says, hi, Stu. Magnetic North is using adventures. Thank you, Lee. Stuart says, hi, Sonal, and hi, Lee. Hello, Stuart. How are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Don't forget, it's Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. We have 9:28 a.m. in the United States. I have 16 people still hanging out with me and 59 thumbs up. Thank you for the love, you guys. Aw, thank you. Mom says, gotta leave for work. You all stay awesome. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Dachshund Django's mom. Everybody check out that channel. That lovely mom, lovely dog. Thank you so much. Nature Guy says, I watch Texas Bird Feeder almost every morning. Yes, it's a lovely stream. And Andrew's a lovely person. North Texas Bird Feeder. Yes, check that out. Someone says, I thought living my life was Echo, but I know her channel name is Kaleidoscope of Happiness. Yes, she changed her name, yep. Lisa says, do it like you see, watching through your eyes. Yes, exactly, Lisa. You just show us what you see. Yeah. Just living my life says, oh, thank you all, much appreciated. I feel like I'm now making friends. I don't have any friends in real life. Sad, but true. Thanks for being friendly. Oh, just living my life? Come on back here. We're here throughout the day. We're here every morning for tea time. We come back later on to this afternoon after lunch for Scrabble game. You can play Scrabble or you can watch. And later on tonight, we play crossword puzzles. So if you want to join us on any of those streams, please join us. Just living my life. We have a lot of friends here. Good people here. Sherbert says, seriously, how am I supposed to concentrate? Sherbert, you can't. No work today, Sherbert. It's a holiday for you. Sherbert says, have a blessed day, Django. Yes, have a blessed day. Sonal says, take care, Django. Sherbert says, she was living my best life at 60, Sonal. She was, yeah. Dachshund's mom says, bye, lovely people. Goodbye, Mom. Sonal Sherbert, LOL. Texas River Revival said hi. Hi, Texas River Revival. Welcome. Sherbert says, just living my life. We're like family. Yes, we're going to be your family. Just living my life. That sounds great. I will be here whenever I see you go live. Thank you. Hit that notifications button to all, and then you'll catch us. We would love to have you. Thank you so much. Lisa says, just living life. You have a friend here. Yes. And you have a friend in myself as well. Sherbert says, hi, Texas River. Texas River says, hi. Hi, Texas River Revival. Sonal says, hello, Texas River. Magnetic North says, I just subbed. Just living life. I just subbed. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Texas River says, I have to go lift weights, so I have to go. Thank you for stopping in, Texas River Revival. Please hit the thumbs up, everybody. Sherbert says, just living life. She's on 3 times a day, most of the time. Yep. Most days. Last night, my eyes were so tired, you guys. I got all the puzzles ready. And it was like my eyes were so tired. I'm like, I don't even know if I could read the clues. So I thought I better just cancel. I don't want to upset anybody, but I had to. Magnetic North says, hi, Texas River. Nature Guy says, I'm going to get going. Take care, everyone. Love you all. Bye, Nature Guy. Thank you so much for stopping in. Everybody check out my friend Nature Guy. Great content there, too. A lot of nature stuff. He's got a lovely channel, a lovely wife. Check out my friend, One Nature Guy. Sherbert says, Texas River, have a blessed day. Texas River says, but I subbed. Oh, thank you. I sub back. I sub back. Shearber says, nature guy, have a blessed day. Sonal says, take care, Texas River. Just Living Life says, I'm smiling like a Cheshire cat here. I really do appreciate subs. Aw, Just Living Life, I'm so happy for you. Good. Welcome, welcome. It's a great place. This is a great community, you guys. Thank you, Just Living Life. Nature Guy says, you as well, Share Bear. Tina says, I'll post a compilation of hilarious incorrect quotes for Dan Mitz's birthday. Thank you, Tina. Lisa says, Share Bear, can you leave and go see the baby? Lisa says, Nature Guy, have a great day. Someone says, it would be funny if there's a Jedi mouse and it fights the cat chasing it. Share Bear says, Lisa, I don't know. I've been trying to text him, but his phone is either dead or dying. Just Living Life says, looking forward to being part of your community. Thank you, Just Living Life. Welcome and welcome. Sherbert says, Just Living Life, sending you some love. Tarana's here. Hi, Tarana. Everybody say hi to our friend Tarana. Tarana, how are ya? Sona says, take care, Nature Guy. Tarana says, congratulations to Share Bear. Sherbert says, good morning, Tarana. Tina says, do you want to ask Morgan if he can teach us tactics like Robin? Sherbert says, Just Living Life, sub with this channel too. Thank you, Share Bear. Sona says, hello, Tarana. Tina says, sure. Tarana says, hi. Lisa says, hi, Tarana. Tarana says, hi, Lisa. Tarana says, good, how are you? I'm caught up. I'm good, Tarana. How's it going? Tarana says, rainy day for me. Aw, sorry to hear that. Magnetic North says, hello to Tarana. Welcome, welcome, everybody. It's 9:34 a.m. here on the East Coast of the United States of America. We are in Florida, USA, and it is Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. Magnetic says, hello, Tirana. Someone says, Share Bear comments should be pinned forever because it's good news. Yeah, I don't want to take it down. Lisa says, Share Bear, wouldn't it be considered under family emergency or something like that? Just Living Life says, I've always wanted to see the surf ballroom where Buddy Holly played. Oh, nice. Share Bear sending love. Sonal sending love. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in and saying good morning to us. Sharing tea with me or coffee. Thank you, everybody. Sherbert says, Lisa, he just texted me that they are good. Texting him is like texting a brick wall. At least the brick wall made me respond quicker. I know, right? I asked my kids to go watch a video that I put up or whatever, and they're like, I don't have time to watch a video. And I'm like, dude, you're on your phone all the time. Take 3 or 4 or 5 minutes for your mother and go watch a video. They don't have time to watch one of my videos because they're too busy being on their phone doing something else. Right? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, that person didn't come back, you guys. Remember that person? They didn't come back. Look at crap in the water. See? Yesterday was lawn maintenance day, and they blow everything into the water. But believe it or not, that's a good thing because there's things down in the water that eat it. They eat it. Yeah, they eat it. Toronto says, who named the baby? And what's the baby's name, Share Bear? Do we know a name for the baby? Magnetic North says, just shows timeout help. Okay. Oh, that's right, Madison. It's on the thing. It's Madison. That's right. Excuse me. She told us. Madison with a Y. Cutie, cutie, cutie. Ah, so precious, Share Bear. So precious. What a gift. Stuart says, Wendy and I are staying at a friend's house. Won't be live for a bit. What's going on, Stuart? Is everything okay, my friend? Just Living Life says it looks beautiful and peaceful where you are. Yeah, it is beautiful and peaceful. And sometimes it's not. Right? Toronto's this beautiful name. Yes, Madison is a beautiful name. Lisa's always give people a second chance. Sorry you had 2 trolls. That's okay. It's okay, Lee. It's all right. Lisa's using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. I'm going to grab a chair, guys. I've been standing since I came out at 5 to 8. And I'm going to grab a chair. All right. That's much better. Take a load off. All right, there we go. Stuart says, house problems, especially the neighbor upstairs. She's a very, very nasty, horrible, vile, evil person. Oh, Stuart, I'm sorry, buddy. How's your dad doing, Stuart? How's your dad? Someone says, magnetic, sending some cookies to throw at them. Sonal has Troll House cookies. Aries World is here. Hi, Aries World. Welcome, Aries World. Everybody say hi to Aries World. Stuart says, poor Wendy has been crying off and on because of him. Aw, Stuart, I'm sorry. That's terrible. Toronto says, oh, call me to come and wake him up with an air horn. Toronto, you're funny. Aries World says, hello, Sonal's all about freedom. I want cookies. Yeah, they're Troll House cookies, Aries World. Troll House cookies. North and Toronto, hello. Sonal says, here you go, Aries World. Stuart says, my dad is okay. He went for a day trip with his sister and his niece. So is he feeling better? Is he feeling better? Lisa says, wow, more cookies, Sonal. You've been busy. He's busy. Aries World says, Troll House cookies. That seems like a play on words. Sherbert says, Aries World, I am. I became a great-grandma a little while ago. Sherbert is a great-grandma, guys. Stuart says, hey, Aries World. Aries World says, aw, Sherbert, awesome. Tirana says, niece sounds like nice, but with an accent. Lisa says, hi, Aries World. Aries World says, Sherbert, that makes me so happy to hear. Wahoo! That's a reason to celebrate. We are celebrating with Sherbert today. She's sending love, too. Someone says, yes, Lee. And Sherbert says, Aries World, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations to our friend Sherbert and her family. Absolutely. Boy or girl? Baby girl. Kage says, I'm here watching, just having trouble breathing. Oh, no. Why are you having trouble breathing? Do you have an inhaler? Do you have an inhaler, Kage? Lee says, Kage, hope you feel better soon. Yes, me too, Kage. One of the friends I thought was leaving messaged me while I was asleep. Now I'm anxious to see what happens. Oh, okay. Sherbert says, Madison, a baby girl, Aries World. Lisa smiles lots to Sherbert. Did you say great-grandma? Yes, she did. She said great-grandma. Aries World's a baby girl. I love that name. I'm so excited for you to spoil that sweet little princess. Aw, that's so nice, Aries World. Aries World says, hey, Lisa, hello. Lisa smiles a lot, and she smiles a lot, and she smiles a lot. Lisa is a smiling. She's a smiling. And now over here, nosy neighbor, they're working on the lawn. Nosy neighbor is at it again. Nosy neighbor. Just One Sue's here. Hi, Sue. Everybody say hi to Just One Sue. Hey, Sue, how are ya? Shipper says, I have 14 grandkids and now a great-grandchild. LOL. Lisa says, only when I am here. Aw, Lisa. We love ya. Lisa makes everybody smile. Sherbert says, hi, Just One Sue. Hi, Justin Hill. Sue says, hi, Sherbert. Hi, Lisa. Sherbert sending love. Aries World says, we have some dear friends who used to be our neighbors when we first moved to our new house 2 years ago. They became like grandma and grandpa to us. They come over to visit granddaughters. Aw. Oh, Aries World, that is so special. So special, yes. That is very special. Just One Sue says, hi, Aries World. Sherbert says, Christmas is a... Christmas is expensive. How do we say that? Christmas is expensive for Share Bear. Just One Sue says, the rain stopped now. It's humid. Ugh, we have humidity too, girl. I feel ya. Magnetic North says, hi, Sue. Aries World says, they since moved across town, but they still come over to see the granddaughters. That's wonderful, Aries World. Aries World says, hey, just living my life, yay. Aries World says, not the humid part. Aries World says, haha. Right on, everybody, right on. Lisa smiles a lot, says, just One Sue, hi. Other than a little humidity, Sue, how's everything else? Stuart says, I'll meet. Okay, Stuart. I'll check the email after I get done here because Shearbird sent me a picture as well. Aries World says, Shearbird, does your sweet great-grand live close to you? Someone says, hello to Sue. Sue says, had a bird fly into my window this morning. I heard the thud, didn't see it in the ground, so it must be okay. Oh my goodness, Sue, really? Wow. Sue says, hi, Stuart. Sue says, hi, Sonal. A Fisherman's Lodge says, hey, Sue, how are you? Hey, Sue, how are you? It's a Wednesday morning. Want to play Nosy Neighbor? Sue says they see the reflection and they go crazy, right? That's weird. Sherpa says Aries World only 10 minutes away, so hopefully we'll be able to see her really soon. So Sue is the one and only wonderful Sue. Yes, she is. Play some Nosy Neighbor. All right. Enough of the nosy neighbor nosy. Welcome, welcome everybody. We're playing Nosy Neighbor. You know, the game where we spy on our neighbors, see what they're doing. Over there, they're mowing the lawn. Aries Rose said, that is amazing, Sherbert. Take lots of pictures. Get all four of you, great, grandmom, and yourself together in one pot. Yes, yes. Years ago, a bird kept doing that to a shed next door. I was like, how many skull cracks does it take to get the message? It's not real. Oh, Sue, oh my God. I've never seen that. I've never seen that happen. Lisa says, oh, my typos are getting me now. Said just one Sue and it put just one shoe. It's all right, Lisa. It's okay. Aries World said, my wife did that and it was precious. All four before Grandma passed. That's so lovely, Aries World. That's lovely. Sherbert says, Aries World, I sure will. Dundee says, hi, Lisa. Dundee says, hey, Sue. Allie's here. Hello, Allie. Welcome. Allie says, hello. Dennis Bigfoot is here, everybody. Say hi to Dennis. Dennis says, good morning, Daisy May and chat. Hello, Dennis. Welcome. Allie, welcome. Someone says, Sue, I get scared looking at my own reflection. Oh, Sonal, you're so handsome. Allie said, hi. Hi, Allie. Someone says, hello, Dennis. Allie says, hello. Well, hello to you, Allie. Just When Sue says, hi, Lisa. LOL. Allie says, hello. Kage says, hey, Allie. Kage says, hey, Dennis. Dennis Bigfoot says, hey, Sonal. Just When Sue says, hi, Dennis. Hi, Dundee. Dennis Bigfoot says, hey, Kage. And hi, Show. Lisa says, hi, Dundee. How are you? Dundee says, Show. Sherbert says, Ali and Dennis and Dundee, hi. Dennis says, hey, Sue. Just When Sue says, me too, Sonal. Aries World says, well, I got to get back to work. Can't chat, but I will listen. Thank you, Aries World. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Magnetic North says, hi, Dennis. Aries World says, have a mega awesome day, everyone. You too, Aries World. Thank you. Everybody check out my friend Aries World, you guys. Lovely family, beautiful dog. They share their adventures with us. Thank you so much, Aries World. Kage says, hey, Dundee. Sue says, hi, Kage. Dennis Bigfoot says, hey, Share Bear. Lee says, hi, Allie. Share Bear says, Aries World, have a blessed day. Aries World says, you got it, and thank you. Lisa smiles a lot, says, Sono, you're getting cookies for talking like that. You're handsome. He is handsome. Aries World says, Share Bear, you as well. A mega blessed day, great grandma. Aw, Aries World, that's so sweet. Share Bear sending love. Share Bear sending love. Someone says, Lisa, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lisa. Yeah, you're a great guy, Sonal. You're a great one. You're a good egg. You're a good egg, Sonal. I'm sorry for the noise, you guys. It's coming from over there. They're doing yard work. Sorry, guys. Dennis says, hey, Lisa. Cappy. Hi, Cappy. Are you a vet? I am not a vet, no. Mm-mm. Welcome, Cappy. But I have family who are vets. I do have family who are vets. Actually, I have a family member who's a vet, and I have a family member who's still in the military. Dennis is using emojis. Thank you, Dennis. Kage says, hey, Cappy. Sonal says, hey, Cappy. Cappy, where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Cappy. Welcome, welcome. Lisa's using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. So today I am playing Magnetic North Adventures under my vacation channel. I'm also playing Nicole, The Grind with Nicole, under Daisy's Dad channel today on my TVs. In case anybody's wondering what I'm running on my TVs, that's what I'm running. Lisa and Sono are using emojis. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our tree, guys. How big our tree's getting. Remember that little teeny tiny tree? Look at it now. Someone says, Lisa, I'll take the cookies instead of timeouts. Yeah, I would take cookies almost over a lot of things. Definitely. Give me the cookies. Give me the cookies. I want cookies. I want some cookies. Basenji Adventures is here. Hi, Basenji Adventures. He says, good morning, all. Gonna hang out for a little bit. Thank you, Basenji. I saw that you went live around the same time I did this morning, so I will have to run a replay for you. Lisa says, here's Daisy and Mom. Oh, yes. Thank you, Lisa. Dundee says, Kelster the Cookie Monster. That's right. I like cookies, especially Troll House cookies. Who doesn't like Troll House cookies, huh? Dennis says, you take the cookies, I'll have some pie. There you go, Dennis. Fair deal. Magnetic North says, hi, Basenji Adventures. Basenji Adventures, hi, Lee. Hi, Magnetic North Adventures, Lee. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button. If you're just there scrolling through, just double tap your screen for us if you would. Lisa says, hi to Basenji. Sonal says, Dennis, here you go. Thank you, Sonal. Sonal made you some pie. Good job, Sonal. Basenji says, I did a short live this morning. Yeah, just as I was doing, I saw it come over my my phone. So I will definitely run the replay for you. Lisa says, you have 63 thumbs up. 63? Welcome. I gotta see if I liked it myself. Thank you, Lisa. It's hot here, you guys. It is very warm. Dennis says, anyone else see the moon right now? No. No, Dennis. I did not. Basenji gives a thumbs up. Thank you, buddy. I did not see the moon. I gave you a shout out this morning too. Oh, thank you, Basenji Adventures. Yeah, everybody needs to check out my friend Basenji Adventures and Basenji Productions. They have two lovely Basenjis. I mean, they are lovely, beautiful dogs. And you know what? Basenjis don't bark, you guys. They don't bark. Not at all. Check out my friend Basenji Adventures. Great family. Mom and dad and the doggies. Wonderful, wonderful family. Check out Basenji Adventures, everybody. Thank you, Basenji, for giving us a shout out. Lisa says it's cloudy and rainy. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. Someone says, hello, Basenji. Dennis Bigfoot says, it's there or I'm seeing things. I don't see no moon. Shiver says, what? Basenjis don't bark? No, they don't bark. No. Shiver says, hi, Basenji Adventures. Basenji Adventures says, hey, Share Bear. No, they do not bark. No barking. And they are beautiful. The only barkless breed. I never even heard of that until I met Kenny Basenji on here. He came in one of my live streams one day, and ever since then we're friends, and I love their dogs. And the family is so lovely too. Lisa says, I wish I could get videos of these squirrels arguing. Oh, Lisa. Someone says, YouTube is generous today. YouTube is sending us out. Basenji says they can get one out if startled, but they don't have the vocal cord structure required for continuous barking. Awesome. That's so cool, Basenji. And that's Kenny, by the way, you guys. It's Kenny. Basenji Adventures is Kenny. Aries World says, hello, Basenji Adventures. Sorry we missed you. Did not get the notification. We are just lurking here. Yeah, I didn't get a notification either. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It came across my phone just as I was putting my camera right here where it is right now. And I thought, that's okay. I'll get back to him. Tina says, oh, Kella's Fun Day Life. Hi, Kella. Kella's Fun Day Life is here. Hello, Kella's Fun Day Life. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Kella. Someone says, I'm a dog lover. Lee says, hi, Kella. Hello, Kella. Basenji says, hey, Aries World. I was on for like 10 minutes. Oh, he just did a quick one. Hello, everybody. Thank you, everyone. I just hit 2,400 subs. Oh, Lee, thank you. Yay, everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lee just hit 2,400 subs, you guys. Congratulations, Lee. I'm so happy for you. Basenji Adventures says, Aries World, I realized today I had no notification off for you guys. I fixed it. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny says, nice. You guys, we had a blue heron fly right here. The blue heron flew right there this morning at the beginning of the stream. Later on, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the stream and see if I can find it. I wonder where it was. I never saw it until it flew away. Magnetic North Adventures is in less than 350 hours to go. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Yes, if anybody wants to watch some content for Magnetic North, please do. Watch some videos, watch a playlist. Magnetic North Adventures, 350 hours. We can help them. Come on, you guys. Lisa says, where can I get one of those doggies? Kage says, MNA nice. Basenji says, we're at 8,248 subs. Congratulations, Kenny. Awesome. Dennis Bigfoot says, nice Share Bear. Someone says, Lee, congratulations. Magnetic North is doing a big giveaway, 2,500. Uh-oh. One more 100. Tina says, oh, Sona, wait for me. Basenji says, our revenue has been dropping though. Some of our anchor videos must be getting less traffic. Yeah, you know, some of them drop off like that. Kage says, I just hit 850 subs with 400 hours to go to memberships. Kage! Awesome, Kage! That's fantastic. Everybody tune into my friend Kage. Sub up if you're not friends with him and give him some love. Kage says, M&A, that's super cool. What you giving away? Someone says, I'm going to do a celebration stream if I hit 3K. Awesome, you guys. Everybody's growing. Dennis says, Kella, I added you. Kage says, Basenji, that's a lot. Magnetic North says, wow, that's cool. Congrats, everyone. Sir Bronx a lot says, hey, Kage. Hey, Addison, my friend. Addison's here. Lisa's Kage will soon be at 1,000. That's right. Basenji Adventure says, yeah, our main vids are the YOLO ones. Most people find us through those. Oh, cool. That's cool. Someone said, we'll be barking cookies all day if I do. Oh, baking cookies. Not barking cookies. He'll be baking. Sonal will not be barking cookies. He will be baking cookies all day if I do. Oh, you will, Sonal. You'll be there soon. Magnetic North says, hi, sir. Bonks a lot. Kage says, hey, Addison. Kage says, M&A, no kidding. I'm excited. Magnetic says, I'll give away. What? That's a lot, Lee. Holy mackerel. Dennis says, nice, Kage. Basenji says, without those, we would not have enough watch hours to monetize. They carry the channel. Oh, okay. I get you. How many hours do you have to monetize? Anybody know? Kage says, Addison, how are you today? Sonal says, woof, woof. I don't know why I got barking and baking mixed up so well. Magnetic says, Sonal, I think cookies ran out. Can ice cream? Yeah, we'll have ice cream. Ice cream sounds good. Kage says, working. Lee says 4,000 hours monetized. No. I mean, once you're monetized, how many hours do you have to keep doing? Sonal says, Magnetic. Oh, no, LOL. I'm calling the YouTube cafe. Just When Sue has a bird cafe. I love it. Kage says, I think I'm going to stream some Siege today, so try to get my level up. There you go, Kage. Keep working. Keep working hard, Kage. You'll get there. Magnetic Thor says, good question. I don't know. Basenji Adventure, I think it remains at 4,000 per year. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. The requirement's 4,000 a year. I'm getting like 1,000 a month, so I guess I'm doing okay, right? Kella says, we are in 2 days holiday celebrating Constitution Day. We rest for 2 days, spending time on the beach. Magnetic, mine's still at 400, hopefully reach 500 in these days. Oh, Kella, yes. Everybody check out my friend Kella's Fun Day Life. They live in the Seychelles. The Seychelles Islands. Everybody check out my friend Kella's Fun Day Life. Kage says you have to stay over 4,000 a year to stay monetized. I don't think so. I don't think it's 4,000 a year. No. I don't think so. Someone says, Lee will be making ice cream soon. Basenji says, my second channel has 221 watch hours in the last year. Yeah, my second channel probably has 100. Main channel has over 10K. Tina says, oh, we might have another storm this afternoon. Magnetic North says, Kella, I'm connected now. Oh, thank you. Kella's beautiful. Lovely, lovely family. Lovely channel. Beautiful dog. Thank you, Lee. Tina says, we still have 12 people hanging out with me and 65 thumbs up, you guys. Thank you so much for that love today. Basenji says, okay, need to focus on work stuff. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Basenji Adventures. Everybody check out my friend, Basenji Adventures. And also, they have Basenji Productions, where he plays some music. All right? Check them out. Dennis says that's for full monetization. Yes. You have to have the 4,000. But after that, I don't think it's 4,000 a year. I think it's less. It might be 3,000. Lee says, take care, Basenji Adventures. Kella says, thanks so much. Very much appreciated. We love you, Kella. Kella and I go way back, too. Kella's one of my besties from way back. Basenji says, here's my second channel for those interested. Thank you, Basenji Productions. He plays some music on his second channel, you guys. Check out Basenji Productions. Someone says 4,000. Roll calls Cabin, good morning. Hey, Roll calls Cabin says, good morning, Callie. Hey, Cabin, how are you, buddy? Basenji Productions says, bye. Bye, Basenji Productions. Take care, buddy. Magnetic North said, I thought 4,000 hours stay or can be removed drops before 3K, lose memberships. Yeah, it might be 3K, but I don't think it's 4K. Once you're done, once you're completely monetized, I don't think it's 4K. I think it goes down a little bit. Shearbird says, Basenji Adventures, have a blessed day. Roll calls Cabin says, hey, Lee. Shearbird says, hi, Cabin. Lisa says, someone say ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream, because we want ice cream. Want to watch people work? Someone says, hi, Roll calls Cabin. Cabin says, hi, Shearbeer. Well, they laughed. I don't know. They're over there working still. All right. We're playing Nosy Neighbor, guys. Cabin says, hello, Sonal. Hello. So we have 66 thumbs up, you guys. Can we get 4 more thumbs up for 70? 4 more thumbs up, anybody? Kage says, hey, Roll calls Cabin. Lisa says, hi, Cabin. Sonal says, Lisa, I'm getting a brain freeze. I ate too much ice cream. I want ice cream. Can we get 4 more likes, you guys? Somebody, did you not hit the like button? 4 more. Oh, we got 67. 3 more, you guys. 3 more thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Roll calls Cabin says, hey, Kage. Yeah, hey, Kage. Cabin says hi to Lisa. Cabin, how are you today, buddy? How's it going? I'll play Nosy Neighbor. Want to watch people work? Lisa smiles a lot, says, Sonal, you're sweet enough. Roll calls Cabin says, same old, work, work, work. I hear you, Cabin. Like, I try to call my mom, you know, but it's like I do pretty much the same thing almost every day. There's nothing to tell her. So I know what you're saying. Sonal says, hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the noise, you guys. Magnetic North says, I'll not be in tomorrow or Friday as get Boundary help to do on Friday another ancient forts video tour. Also testing an area where gold, silver, but not. Oh, that's okay, Lee. That sounds exciting. No worries, Lee. Thank you so much. Kala says, oh, congratulations, Share Bear. So nice to be a grandma. I have only one son, 20 years. By God's grace, I'll be a grandma one day too. Enjoy your lovely baby. Thank you, Kella. That's so sweet of you. Kevin says, I did get me a little small tractor to help me with my property. You did, Kevin? If you guys don't know Rocall's Cabin, go check out my friend Rocall's Cabin. His channel, it's just lovely. I just love it. He's a hardworking guy, but he also does a lot of work on his property. He has a cute little cabin. He's always having fires, and he shows us all the work he does. A hardworking man right there. Cabin, Rocall's Cabin. Check him out, you guys. Lisa says showing 71. I see 70. Oh my God, thank you. Lisa says, that's great news, Rocall's Cabin. Glad to hear it will help. Yes. I'm sure it will help. He's a hardworking dude, you guys. He's a hardworking dude. Awesome, you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so sorry about that blower, guys. I think they're almost done. Cabin says, appreciate it, Lee. Well, definitely. Yes, I'm sure. Lisa says, how many thumbs can we give today? How many thumbs up can we get? Thumbs up, everybody. If you're scrolling, hit that like button. If you're lurking, hit the like button. If you're working, please hit the like button. And even if you're twerking, hit the like button. But if you're lurking and working and twerking, just double tap your screen. That's all. Thank you. Kage says, blowers, no problem. It's modern nature sounds. It is, right? It is. All right, folks, we are going to take off because we're coming back in 4 hours with Scrabble. We're having Scrabble today at 2 o'clock. All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, everyone, for the love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me. I really do appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I don't feel so alone when you guys are here. Someone says, take care, everyone. Lisa's later, everyone, see you all soon. Kage says, have a great day. Yes, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you for Scrabble if you show up this afternoon. If you don't, have a great, wonderful day, all right? See ya, Cabin. Take care. Hey, Jamie Brown. Everyone say real quick hi and bye to Jamie Brown. Another friend of ours from across the pond. Kage says, I might go live. Check out Kage, guys. Sherbert says, so glad I was able to share my good news with you all. Thank you for being there for me. We love it, Sherbert. Congratulations. Lee says, I'm on at 7 p.m., 2 p.m. my time. Thank you, Lee. Sono says hello to Jamie. Lisa says, hubby said if he twerked, he would need an ambulance. Everybody check out Magnetic North Adventures live at 7 p.m. UK time. Dundee says, hi, Jamie. Sherbert says, love you all and have a very blessed day. Thank you, Sherbert. Sono sending love hearts. Kelly says, have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you, Kella. Kage says, hi, Jamie Brown. Have a great day. Cabin says, congratulations to Sherbert. Sono and Sherbert are using love hearts. Thank you, guys. Scully Pop. Hi, Scully Pop. Scully Pop's Daisy. Good morning. Hey, Scully. Dennis says, yo, Scully. Jamie Brown says, you too, Kage. Cabin's using emojis. Thank you. Jamie Brown says, hi, Dundee. Sono says, hey, Scully. Scully says, hey, Dennis. And we are going to say goodbye. Sherebert's using emojis. Scully says, hey, Sono. We'll be back. Excuse me. Sherebert's using emojis, too. We'll be back in just a few hours with Scrabble, you guys. Thumbs up. Thank you, Scully. Sono says, Lisa, did someone call an ambulance? Lisa says, congratulations to Sherbert. Sherbert send by. Sono's giving us emojis. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in just a little while for Scrabble, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a great, wonderful day. I love you guys so much. Bye, everybody.